There she is, ready to go. I'm taking my first road trip. We're going to Texas first. We'll probably spend the night somewhere in Mississippi. Let's do this. All right, first stop is gas. And I don't know if you can tell, it's already raining. I'll try to avoid the rain. There's a big storm, but it's just to the north of us. Shouldn't be too bad, so let's go get gas. $3.34 a gallon. Let's hope the prices stay at this low at least. Station food for breakfast. Here's our current radar. Let's see. It's 11 o'clock this morning. It's 12 right now. So this is right now. And then this is the future. Made it to Jacksonville, Florida. But it's not moving. That's the traffic exiting Jacksonville. It's Friday night. It's a holiday weekend. Something tells me we're gonna hit some traffic. Made it to Route 10. It is a really bumpy road. Construction everywhere. But we're finally headed west. Alright, gas stop number 2. Check out that TV screen. Camaro. There we go, 60 bucks. $17.148. It's official. We're in Alley freaking Bama. Welcome to Sweet Home, Alabama. Made it to Mississippi. Encountered a little mud. That's right, I was happy to use my plow to flatten out the road. Couple big turtles. Nice little Mississippi pond. Some fine roads. This is only a 20-gallon tank. Took 19 and a half to fill it up. Crazy. Welcome to Texas. Right here next to a Home Depot in Texas. And the staff here is wonderful. But I got my nuts and bolts. See that? 3 of the bolts fell out. 3 were incredibly loose. Look how much I was wallowing. Frame cracked. I pulled over here by the air pump to make it look like I got a flat tire. There's the gas station. You're not supposed to be working on your vehicles out here, but I'm just making it look like a flat tire change. That's one new bolt. Got a 1/2-inch drill bit, got some 1/2-inch bolts. should get us to our next destination. When I get somewhere, I don't want to do too much work here. I'll drill these two out, put in some new bolts. You can see how much they moved around. And then the frame's cracked. But I definitely want to get this side resecured. So now the strongest point of the frame is the C-notch. There you go. Major repair, rebuild. Custom car stuff in a parking lot. It can be done. No one's the wiser. Just looks like we're changing a flat tire. Now I'm gonna go use their bathroom and clean up. The passenger side, same deal. 3 broken bolts. I just replaced this one. You can see how loose this was. These are all tight. But yeah, that would be a problem. So I just put these two in and get ready to loosen this one. There's not even a nut on it. This was the eBay C-notch kit. The hardware was definitely inferior. So glad I found this problem now before something worse happens. There you have it, back on the ground. So if you have one of these C-notches, better check the bolts. So I think I drove from Florida to Texas. And I think on my way to Mississippi, all the bolts were rattling loose because it started making a weird noise when I accelerated. The drive shaft was actually going up, hitting the cross member. It was making a squealing noise when I accelerated, but it was fine just rolling. So I thought, I don't know, we'll check it out. So then I drive the rest of the way to Texas. Now it's squealing all the time when I got to Texas. So I spent the night just over the Texas border, and it was Louisiana that really finished this thing off, because Louisiana, from Mississippi to Texas, you got to go across Louisiana. And the roads were so rough. That's what sheared all the bolts. I hit one big bump, and I knew something was terribly wrong, and that was just when I got to the Texas border. So I spent the night there, lifted it up, I found all those bolts sheared off. When I hit the bump, the tires sounded like an aircraft landing. Burp, burp. And I could hear, it sounded like glass shattering, and I could hear something hitting the ground. That was all the bolts shearing off. So, pretty frightening. But now I got good hardware in there. I got some grade 8s. I got nice big washers, both sides. So it's back to normal. I think I'm gonna put some air shocks on this and just try to maybe only put like 20 PSI in, just to give it a little extra help. Put some of the load, take some of the load off of the springs and some of the load onto the shock mounts. I don't want to put too much weight on the shock mounts because they're half as thick as the leaf spring mounts, but yeah, that's it. Keep this thing going. We just drove 1,000 miles in a lowrider. All right, peace out, everybody. Love you guys.